Hello all, MikeRo here. Welcome to another episode of my PES2020 Master League save with Crystal Palace. We are third in the table following on from the last episode, only 2 points behind table-topping Tottenham Hotspur, but we have lost our first game in a while in the FA Cup against Everton, being 2-0 up and then losing 3-2. So it's going to be interesting to see how the team bounce back. It's been a while since we suffered a setback quite like that. Today we're going to have maybe 2 or 3 games depending on how exciting they are in the highlight package and also what goes on in the January transfer window. One of these games is going to give us a chance to get some revenge against Everton as we play them in the second game of today. But before that we take on Aston Villa down at Selhurst Park. Let's get stuck in. So in terms of the lineup, fresh off his goal against Everton, Maximilian Cornet comes in for Andros Townsend, who's not done particularly much wrong, but I want to test out Cornet with the rest of the front four of Pellegrini, Maya and Zaha. They've been absolutely brilliant for us so far this season, and other than that, it is as you were. Villa line up with what looks like their normal lineup, although Wesley is on the bench and Kodja is up front on his own. They've also signed Scott Dan, I've noticed, at the back there, so a return for Scott Dan to Selhurst Park. We're still playing on Superstar, and obviously that's because I haven't won 9 games on Superstar yet to bump it up to Legendary mode. So as soon as I've won the 9 games, what we probably will end up doing is bumping up to Legendary. This is a good tester season to see what level I'm at in the save. If we do qualify for the Champions League, it's obviously a little bit unrealistic, but we will just have to go with it for the time being. Pellegrini on the ball, away we go. It's going to be so interesting today to see how we bounce back from that defeat against Everton. And Villa are already in here. El Ghazi! It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Oh dear. El Ghazi's made it 1-0 to Villa and we are already struggling. They zip the ball around really nicely. Grealish, great ball in there to Kodja. Lovely through ball. One touch from El Ghazi. Sets it up and then hits it on the half volley into the far corner. Ooh. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of a dip in form now. It's been a really bad first quarter of an hour for Crystal Palace. We think we're a little bit shell-shocked from that goal from El Ghazi and we're not quite with it. I need to try and get the ball to Pellegrini. He's the only one that's kind of done anything nice with the touches he's had when he's got on the ball. Everyone else seems a little bit lackadaisical and not quite at it. Mijalovic out to Mayo. We're finally getting a little bit of control of the ball here. Now Cornet, can he forge up a nice partnership with Mayo? That's a good start. Mayo whips it into the front post, not quite. We've got to challenge Tom Heaton for that. Neil Taylor heads it clear, only as far as Mayo. Mayo to Maya. Maya! Ooh, just wide. Good effort, and we're playing a little bit better now. Much more like it. Really not been at the races today. It's not been good. Gary Cahill to Mijalovic. It's all too slow and ponderous, and there's no... Oh my god, from Maya. That's so bad. You can tell the confidence is kind of really knocked after that defeat to Everton. It was just the manner of it, I think, that did us. Play by Blast, they're winning the ball back. Finds Pellegrini. Pellegrini tries to hit the shot, but it's just he's been marked so tightly. Blast again, they're winning the ball high up the pitch. Cornet losing out to McGinn. I expect better, and it's 1-0 at half time. We have been alright, but obviously the goal from El Ghazi early doors has kind of stunned us a little bit, and it's not been great since. And you can tell there we've had a lot of possession, but not done anything with it. It's been a really, really poor performance so far. Pellegrini to Maya. Mate, this is a much better start now. Cornet. Tease it. Zaha. Oh, he nearly hit it much better though. We finally got in behind. A bit of pace in the play. Much more like it. Need a little bit of magic here from one of our front men. Zaha into Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt, good ball to Zaha there. He cuts inside now. Back to Blas. Blas, yeah, he's held it up a little bit. Mijalovic. Back to Van Aanholt. We're just working it here. Van Aanholt, Zaha. Oh, that's a good run by Van Aanholt. I should have picked the pass. Mayer. Mijalovic. Good overlap here from Mayo. We're finally beginning to get men over now. Mayo, though, he's ran into Neil Taylor. Maya. Mijalovic. Maya. They're so camped out on the edge of their box. Good ball. Run by Blast there. Blast gets ahead of El Hamdi. Whips it in front post. Pellegrini. Great finish. 1-1. He just knows where to be. Brilliant play. We were so patient in that move. I might include the entire move because it was so good. And Pietro Pellegrini scores yet again and he celebrates in front of the Villa fans. Great play by Blast. Jet in. It's that run from Blast there and the fizz ball across the front. Keeper comes to claim it but Pellegrini gets ahead of him. It's a lovely deft finish into the far corner. Beautiful. Alright, come on boys. Let's get our skates on here. We've just got the momentum now. Grealish now on the ball. Good feed into Jonathan Kodja. Kodja up against Sacco. Great play by Kodja. Jedinak on the ball again here. Out to El Ghazi. We cannot concede again straight away. El Ghazi whips it in. Jedinak's there. Jedinak. Oh, what a goal that is. I mean, it is absolutely atrocious defending, but you can't take anything away from the finish. Ex-Crystal Palace player. I mean, that hurts. That really hurts. I mean, he does brilliantly there to hold the ball up, and it's lovely from El Ghazi. He just completely does me there with Van Aanholt. And it's like the one touch off his knee, and he backheels it through his legs. Superb goal. Bugging me. And for all the great possession, all the better play that we've had here in the second half, we find ourselves down by 1 again. Down the wings, it seems to be the only place that we can really get in. If we try and go through the middle, there's nothing there. Blast now on the ball. Driving forward. Finds Zaha. Get on the overlap. Someone. Blast. Oh! Oh no, I didn't realise. I probably could have hit it there. I didn't think the keeper's having a mare. Bun just keeps coming for everything. Oi, oi. Milojevic whipping the ball in. Pellegrini. Oh! Pietro, you tease. So 3 changes have been made. Schlupp, Harrington and Townsend come on for Cornet, Meyer and Van Aanholt. Mail turns away from Grealish into Meyer. Meyer hits it. It's not... Cornet! Oh, it's 2! Oh, he's offside. You git! Oh, that is... that's close, but Cornet there. Decent finish. Oh, that's gutting, that is. Good play by Schlupp. He's just left the ball behind. Kodja. Oh, well played by Saka there. He could have fouled him, but he's done well, Mamadou. He's not got any place to get away. But we've lost 2-1. 2 back-to-back defeats. And with a tricky game away at Goodison Park against Everton coming up, I'm not feeling particularly confident. We just did not click in that game at all. To be fair, we dominated the game, but I think how much of that was because Villa kind of let us, quite a lot of it. Pellegrini gets another goal, which is probably the only positive I can take from that. Other than that, that was poor. And you can tell here that that's not to stand to 5th, and maybe this slump is what's going to see us fall back into maybe what is more a realistic position in the league. We've only got 3 days until our next game against Everton, but apparently it's a negotiation day. Now, we touched on this in the last episode. It's the bid for Gary Cahill, and as much as part of me does want to let him go, 8.8 million is quite good for Gary Cahill at his age. It's way above his market value. It's just that he struck up a really good partnership so far with Sacco, but he's not going to get any better. And when do I throw Kabach in? It would also give us maybe some money to do another little transfer, but only 14 million isn't a lot. I think we'll sell him. Let's go for it. I mean, at the end of the day, this was about changing the squad a little bit, changing it around. Gary Cahill has a short stay, played brilliantly for us, but Kabach now is going to be our other first team player alongside Mamadou Sakho. Problem is now is that with only 40 minutes, I don't have enough to go off and buy another centre back. So really, I might have to wait until the end of next season until we can actually get another player in, because I can't see who I'm going to sell to get up enough money to get any one of the centre backs that I was really looking at. So I think for the minute we're kind of stuck with what we've got. I'm wondering if maybe that was actually not the best decision to sell Gary Cahill. Anyway, moving on then, we are going to get stuck into the game at Goodison. And this is a tricky one. I need revenge, but if we play the way we've been playing recently, we're not going to get anything out of this. So only 2 changes for us. Obviously, Kabach comes in for Gary Cahill, who is now gone, and Andros Townsend retains his place in the starting lineup instead of Cornet. He was slightly disappointing in the last game, even if he did have a goal disallowed. Goodison Park is the venue. Revenge is on the menu. I can't think of anything else that rhymes with those two. Oh, that just did! I like that. PES Poetry. Poetry Evolution Soccer. Now, can we get some poetry in our play? Not with passing like that, Andros. What's wrong with you? I never play well against Everton on football games. I think this guy tried too hard. Being a Liverpool fan, I never want to let them win. I just end up trying too hard, and I have no idea what's going on up there. I don't know. Blast out to Van Aanholt. Looking for a better performance from him today. He was really poor in the last game. Good ball there. Finding Zaha. Whips in. Pellegrini! Is it offside? Or have we scored? I can't tell because I thought there was a bit of hesitation. No, Pietro Pellegrini has scored. Get in. Slight lack of celebration because I didn't know whether that was Zaha was offside in the build-up. But we've done brilliantly here. Van Aanholt, great searching ball down the line to Zaha. They link up well. Zaha first touch, takes it away from the 2 defenders, fizzes it in. Pellegrini, the little near post flick is becoming his absolute trademark finish. Love it. 1-0. Come on. I always find that when we go 1-0 up, I'm in a good position there because we're so good on the counter. I'm trying to think of other great poems that we could do. Some of the players, or maybe some chants, because essentially songs are like poems, aren't they? But with music. It's a stately obvious day. Oh, good. Moise Keane scored again. That's only the 3rd goal in 2 games he scored against us. And it's a great finish. I mean, that's gutting, that is. We just can't hold a lead for toffee. Every time we score, we look like we're going to concede straight away afterwards. I was too busy thinking about poetry and music. I mean, it's good play, and it's a decent ball in here from Gylfi, but like that finish is sumptuous. Not good, not what I was after. I wanted to keep it tight, and I talked about how good we are on the counter, how good we are at keeping leads, and Superstar's beginning to turn into superstar now. Blast into Pellegrini. He is our superstar. You're a superstar, so reach for the sky, and hold your head up high. But tonight and every night, I hate superstar. I hate superstar. Great singing. Right, I don't like the fact that Michael Keane's having a good game, because if anyone watched the England game recently, you realise that Michael Keane is an absolute buffoon, is the word I will use. I'm full of pop culture references today. Oh, blast it. Van Aanholt on the ball now. Finds Blas. Oh, damn and Blas is what I'm... Oh, damn. I'm cracking myself up today. Oh, God, Moise Keane up against Mamadou. Yeah. Get in the way. Great save by Gaita. He is awake and here. Excellent. Good effort from Gylfi. Straight down the middle. Probably could have caught that, to be fair, if I'm being picky. Which many people will tell you, I'm not picky. If you're single... Oh, well done, Blas. Good lad. No! Should have just gone to Zaha, which is where I wanted it to go. Kabach is having a blinding debut here. Well, he's already had his debut, actually, and that was against Everton. We conceded 3. So, at the moment, he's carrying on kind of like where he left off. It's great stuff. Again, there's no pace in the play. No one's making runs. I mean, that is absolute... Oh, God, so bad. I mean, oh, God. Made a brilliant start, and since then, we have been absolutely horrendous. It's a disaster. Falling apart. They've had 61% possession. I never get out-possessed. Maya, decent. Finds Blas. I mean, Blas has been... Your sun is either in or out. I keep going through moments of darkness and shadow. It's like I'm having a flipping crisis here. He's got so much room as Wolf. Maya turns, hits it straight at Buffon for F's sake. Come on. Mail down the line. Here we go. Mail whips it. Oh my! What is the keeper doing there? Just save it, mate. We'll just pick it up. Right, Cornet's coming on for Maya, and Kouyate's coming on for the incredibly disappointing Blas, who's literally had the worst game in a Crystal Palace shirt I can remember. I haven't seen him make one pass yet. Van Aanholt to Kabach. Well mopped up. I mean, that's composed from Kabach, and I like that. It's just been the worst episode of the series so far, by an absolute mile. Not in terms of entertainment or anything, because I'm sure watching me get angry is entertaining, but in terms of results and general play, this has got to be the worst episode of the series so far, the most disappointing one. It's been horrific, and a 1-1 draw. I'll take it. Going to Goodison is a difficult place to go, but I mean, it's the way that we're playing at the moment. You can look at that as it's a return to us not getting beat and being difficult to beat, or you can look at that as in that's 3 games now without a win. And you know me, I'm a glass half empty kind of guy, so I'm looking at that as 3 games without a win. And we've had loads of bids coming in, bids for Sacco, bids for Hennessy, bids for Schlupp, bids for Dreher. I'm not going to get rid of anyone at the moment. I don't want to get rid of the squad. We have what we've got. We're already a little bit short in numbers as it is anyway. I can't sell any more and then replenish it enough. I'm just wishing maybe that I'd taken the Zaha money, because in this episode he's not even turned up really. I mean, he had 1 assist in that game, but other than that he's not done anything. So part of me is thinking that maybe we should have taken the money and then just done the rebuild, but I'd rather do that in the summer. So the ethos behind it was correct, but if you could offer it back to me, I'd probably take it. And Kabach has had a difficult start, as that news article just said, he's not made the best of start, so let's hope that it gets better. In terms of the next episode then, we'll probably go back to doing the 3, because like I said, I can't just see us doing any more transfer business, so this will be finishing off the January transfer window in the next episode. We'll have games against Spurs, Leicester and Sheffield United. Arguably, we just need to try and get through the first 2, and then really, we need to try and get a win against Sheffield United, get ourselves back on track. We are still 5th, but we're only 1 point behind ahead of Manchester United in 6th, and 3 ahead of Liverpool in 7th, so we could drop out the European places quite quickly. A 7th place finish and everything would still be very good. I just think that with the opportunity that we had, we should have maybe carried on with it, but the run was always going to come to an end at some point or another. I just didn't think it would have as much of an effect as it has. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the series. Thank you for all the support and all the likes, etc. on it. Please do continue putting them down. Obviously it helps the video get more views, and then I get more subscribers, and then I want to do this even more than I already do. I just love it. You know, I love this channel. I love doing this series. I love PES, and the next PES series I've got planned for after this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and hopefully you'll see some teasers for it as we come towards the episode of this, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Thank you so much for everything. Please do like, share and subscribe, and until I see you in the next episode of my PES 2020 save, stay cool.